What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I am joined by the podcast dad himself, Troops. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing on this fine Monday?
I am fantastic. I gotta say, I'm admiring the classy Channing Thomas shirt that you were rocking today.
World class.
I like him. I can take or leave Bacabella, but you know,
world class.
That's what they tell us. Yeah, I know you're married, so
kiss the ring, baby.
No,
hey, how are you doing today?
Do that. I'm good, man. It's I mean, we're coming off quite. Yeah, I feel great. I mean, it's been a pretty fun weekend. You know,
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Hey, I'm getting ready to hand it off to you to hit these plugs.
All right. Let me try and do the Cliff's Notes version of this. As always, thank you guys so much. Follow us at Junkies Pod on X for all things Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do us a favor. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we need your help to get there. I think the count today is 352. So thank you to everybody that supports the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Chris, do me a favor. Hit him with that magic number.
One. One.
That's all it takes.
Just one that we need. Just like I'm trying to think of something witty, but nothing's coming to the top of my head right now. Hey, just one person. Can you just tell one person if you like what we're doing here? Tell them, see if they like it, and if they like it, hey, new friend, tell one person, and then we'll continue on, and we're gonna hit that 1,000. We're gonna hit it.
Yeah, we'll get there. One brick at a time. Also, make sure that you're following the Main Event Wrestling Network if you want great blogs, interviews, articles, you name it, we have it. A wonderful group of people that we work with. The podcast dad, Mr. OTM, and the Great Brown Hope hung out yesterday talking Bad Blood in the most recent edition of the Main Event Mixer. Do yourselves a favor and go check it out. You can catch me, Mr. Cincinnati, this Thursday on Wrestling Spotlight. Make sure you download that True TV Plus app where you can see all of our past content. Gerald is a great guy, plays all of our interviews. So you'll see our interviews with the likes of Alex Kane, Kevin McElvaney, Landon Hale, Bryce Cannon, among countless others. So, make sure you download the True TV Plus app. Catch us this Thursday. We also have a little bit of breaking news as well, Podcast Dad. I forgot how long that was until I started playing it.
What was that?
But anyway, Coastal Empire Wrestling still standing. As we know, Talk is Sheep was postponed last month as a result of the inclement weather. Still standing is scheduled for later on this month, October 26th. Again, $20 front row tickets, $3 Wells, $3 Miller Lights. Incredible matches here. We can confirm Rob Killjoy will be in action against Pat Roach. Hakeem Young gets another crack at the Coastal Chaos Championship, and this time no time limit. And I mean that's great for Hakeem. He'll still find a way to fuck it up. And it's my understanding that additional match that might be added to the card, Hunter James and Tyler Shoop. This was again a very heated rivalry. I talked to Shoop on our most recent episode of Coastal Countdown. And Hunter James would like to respond to that conversation. So I think Hunter is going to be joining us this week. That date is to be determined, but it sounds like he's got some shit to say, so we're gonna give him a mic.
A lot of ugly people on that poster, but hey, it's gonna be a great show.
Come on, we don't do that around here. Come on.
No, I do. There's a lot of ugly people on that poster. Looking at you, Hakeem. Looking at the father-son duo or daddy or whatever the hell you guys call each other at this point.
Let's not even. It's you know.
And then you got that would be like trying to explain. As well.
It's like trying to explain Locktober to straight people, okay? We're not going to go down that path this month, all right? I'll send you some links. Anyway.
Please don't.
Anyway, buddy, Bad Blood is in the books. 5 matches. 2 of them, I think we could say, were downright incredible. Had a lot of story behind them as well. Let's get into them. First things first, we did get a chance to watch together. It's been a while since we got to watch a PLE together. And we were watching wrestling. It's been a while since we've had that happen.
It has a unique experience. I will say that. Probably not the most unique experience I've had watching wrestling, but it's up there. It was fun. It was fun to get back on the saddle with you and watch a wrestling show in person together. That was a lot of fun. I think it's the first time we've done that since SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think
we're actually together.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah. No, shout out to MJB and Mama MJB for the steak dinner that we had. It
was good
during the shows. Yeah, hey, I told you.
The steak sauce was good. Whatever that steak
sauce
was that they made was delicious.
Yeah, no, they know their way around the kitchen, that's for sure. But anyway, let's get on into it here. Hell in a Cell, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre kicking off the show. I think the best way to sum this up before we kind of really go into it is it started a little bit slower, and I think I'd asked you, how you feel about it as match of the year contender probably about 10-15 minutes in, and you were still on the fence, but by the end of it, they've got a good case for match of the year and rivalry of the year for sure.
Rivalry of the year, I think, is up there. I think that's easy. That's an easy one. Match of the year, it's on the list for sure. It was a really good match. Probably one of the better Hell in a Cells we've seen in the last decade.
Very long time.
I mean, Kyle made the point on the main event mixer, Cody and Seth. That was a really good one. I don't think it was as good as this one. I'm partial to the Usos and the New Day. I really enjoyed that Hell in a Cell. I can't remember what year that was, but that one sticks out.
2017.
That one sticks out as well. But other than that, maybe Sasha and Charlotte, but maybe just because of what it was, how historic the first women's Hell in a Cell was. But
they had a better argument if they didn't do the hokey table spot to kick off the match. That I didn't care. I mean, that brings it down a little bit for me, but that's just me.
That's fair. But over the past decade, over the past maybe 15 years, they haven't been very good, and they felt forced most of the time. So this was the right feud with the right gimmick match, and everything felt perfect, and we got color, and it felt warranted, and
a lot of it. Yeah.
And it was good. It was really, really good. I can't say that it wasn't good because it was, again, one of the better Hell in a Cell matches I have seen probably ever. I would have to go, something that Kyle brought up on the main event mixer. Go watch that, guys. It was a lot of fun. Is this in the top 5? That's tough. I'd have to go kind of re-rank the Hell in a Cell matches for that. But it's.
I don't think so. That's just me.
5, maybe top 10, maybe top
sure.
10.
There's definitely an argument for top 10 for sure. But I already thought of 5. I think that I enjoyed better than those.
4 of them involve Mr. Hell in a Cell, The Undertaker. So
yes,
it was just a great match. I'm not going to take anything away from it. It was a fantastic match.
Yeah, big facts. Now we're kind of talking about what's next for both of these guys. The Drew McIntyre contract situation loomed over a lot of this rivalry towards the beginning of the year. He's now signed to a new long-term deal. We kind of wanted to see what was next for CM Punk, given the return and everything from his first WWE run about his thoughts on wanting to be in the main event and wanting to be the guy. Do we set up Gunther versus CM Punk?
Yeah, I think that's the direction you need to go. I think it's the correct direction. Because I don't think Sammy's going to win tonight. I don't think Sammy's going to win tonight.
No.
We just said that about Jay, but I don't think Sammy's going to win tonight. And I think that I think this was the end of the feud, and I think it sets up Gunther and Punk. It's too easy of a match to make at this point.
Yeah, there's literally nothing more that CM Punk and Drew McIntyre can do together. And with McIntyre, he can take the rage of losing this program and just apply that to whoever his next victim is.
I think he's going to take some time off. I don't want to see Drew into the Rumble. That's just me personally. That bump that he took on the stairs justifies it enough to, like, you can go away from, like, he's had a great year. I mean, he's had a fantastic year. And if he wants to go home and kind of rest and relax until we get a return at the Rumble, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, because let's talk about that spot there, because we saw the bag, we're thinking of thumbtacks, and it turns out to be the friendship beads. You could tell that deflated the crowd because it wasn't what they expected, but it was nice that they already knew what having that follow-up of missing the Claymore onto the steps completely made up for that reaction that they probably knew that they were going to get, and then followed it up with something that was just one of the nastier bumps I think I've seen in a very long time.
No, that was gross. It was gross. I mean, you could hear the crowd audibly just groan.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, what just happened? I mean, the sound alone was like, what the? I've never seen a bump like that. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And good for Drew for doing it, but my God, just him laying, like, he didn't react, like start flailing or anything. He just was like,
nope.
Oh my God, I just did that. It's like, it looked, I mean, it's just, great match, dude. Great way to open the show, too. Fantastic way. Like,
great way to,
everybody was freaking out that the Hell in a Cell was open. Nope. Great way to open the show.
Great way to open the show. Again, a damn near perfect rivalry, because they use social media. They found ways to take this in other avenues other than just what we see on Monday or Tuesday or Friday nights, and they really added some depth to it. So hats off to them. And I hope, I mean, it sounds like we're going to be seeing more of this in the future, especially we'll talk about what happened after the event went off the air. But next up, we had Nia Jax taking on Bayley, WWE Women's Championship on the line. This one was tough to get through.
It was fine. I said it on the mixer. Nia Jax has won me over. Fully admit. I was not on board with the Nia Jax return. I didn't want it. I didn't like it. Didn't care for it.
Nope.
The booking has been fantastic. She has been much improved in the ring. She's been much safer in the ring. She's been better. I'm not going to fault somebody for trying stuff in a match, right? Like the Hurricane Rana, she tried. It didn't look great, but I'm not going to fault you for trying. Was it the best match? No. Did it tell a story? I think so. The Tiffany Stratton element is still there. I think this is the end of Bayley's pursuit of that title. Maybe went on a little bit too long, but Nia Jax at this point has won me over enough where I'm like, okay, like I'm not mad that you're going to try some things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to end up on any top 10 matches of the year list or anything like that. That I like both Bayley and Nia Jax. It was a rough night at the office. I mean, we've all had bad days at work. There were some spots that they probably wish that they had back, but it's Nia, I hope they keep the title on her for at least a couple more months. Tiffany, I think they're ready to see what a babyface Tiffany Stratton looks like. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. The confusion of Jessica Carr picking up the briefcase and Nia sitting up just in time to assume that it's a cash in and having that miscommunication. Also, shout out to Jessica Carr for taking the ref bump. I don't think I've seen her take a ref bump in her career yet, but I enjoyed that spot.
I cannot remember if she has or hasn't, but again, match was fine. The feud has been okay. Interested to see what Bayley does next, but let's move on with Nia Jax as champion. I think this was the right decision. You obviously are pushing her as the queen of the ring and let her have a sustained title run.
Yeah, and who knows? It might culminate in the Crown Jewel Championship in matter of weeks. I said that just to get under your skin.
The whole segment was stupid. The whole segment. I mean, Gunther yelling at Goldberg was funny.
I don't understand.
But I don't want Goldberg involved. I don't care about the Saudi card. Like, I don't care about the card anymore. Like, now that I know it doesn't mean anything. Like, we're going to get to see Gunther and Cody. I know they're like, we're going to have a definitive winner. Okay. something's going to happen. Like, we're not going to have a clean finish. Yeah. There's no way in hell. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey,
those are not
go
guys
make your money.
Go
make your money.
How many more years left on that deal?
6.
Ugh. Gross.
And they will probably renew it.
Yeah, because they've got that WWE experience bullshit. Yeah.
Because they're printing money right now. That's why.
That they are. Damian Priest defeated Finn Balor.
Hard-hitting match.
Was it worthy of a pay-per-view spot? Probably not. I mean,
I think I said it
on Saturday. Yeah, if Gunther Sammy you could put on this card and it would fit right in. You could do a Priest and Balor blow off tonight, and it really wouldn't have made much of a difference. It's just another high-profile pay-per-view loss for Finn Balor.
And I think I said it. I'm not worried about that anymore. I think that ship has sailed. I'm not worried about Finn Balor, the single star, anymore. I don't think we're ever going to get what we wanted out of Finn Balor, right? He's not going to be the first ever Universal Champion was in 2014, 16. Yeah. We're almost a decade out of that. I don't think we're ever going to get there again, and that's okay. That's okay.
I don't know. Mid-card Mania turned a lot of heads.
The mid-card championships are now elevated to a level where those can main event. And Finn Balor in the IC division, I'm cool with that. Is he going to get in there and win a title from Cody Rhodes? No, he's not. And that's fine. Everybody, you need people on the card. I'm not upset that Finn Balor lost. I don't care. This match did not feel as heated as I think it should have. I think this match, if this was the second or third match in the trilogy, I think it would have been a little bit more heated. But for this to be the first match after the turn happened at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it took entirely too long to get here.
Almost 2 months ago. I mean, over 2 months ago. It was over 2 months before we got to the first match. The first match should have happened sooner. Should have ended a Raw. I don't care what it was. This was not the place or the time for the first match between these two because I don't want to see them wrestle anymore. I'm done with Damian Priest and Judgment Day feud. I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah.
I want to see the Judgment Day do something different. I want to see Damian Priest do something different. I'm not interested in this feud anymore because they have drug it out so far. And maybe that changes with we're all going to 2 hours for now, and maybe we see something different. But it was a hard-hitting match. Like, it wasn't a bad match. And the crowd seemed into it. I was not like chomping at the bit to see this. So.
Yeah, and especially because the way the match order went, it makes sense that they had the shitty Crown Jewel segment between these because it was going to be back-to-back Judgment Day matches, and honestly, that's just a lot of damn Judgment Day, especially stipulation match. Like it just, we're used to seeing them as hallmarks of weekly TV, and that's fine. But yeah, I think that they definitely could have split these two matches up. That's just me.
Oh yeah, they could have, and they should have.
Yeah. And like I said, Papa H unveiling the Crown Jewel Championship. Essentially, men's and women's champions will go head to head and be crowned the Crown Jewel champion. Sent you DVRs.
Great.
And we got a Goldberg site. Like, why that? Like, of all of the cameos, that one was just like.
Well, then you even said it, like, oh, they're in Atlanta. I don't care.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. He's one of those guys that just, as a fan, wore out his welcome to me. And I was a huge Goldberg fan as a kid. But, this legend run just.
Isn't he like 75 years old? Like, I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it is what it is. Got a Gunther segment out of it. Another Bret Hart little jab, whatever. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Women's World Championship, Dominic Mysterio inside of a shark cage. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Podcast Dad was right.
What was that? People in the back didn't hear you.
You heard me.
People in the back didn't hear you.
That's my line, motherfucker. Okay, you got your, you know.
Well, I'm just gonna hand this one off to you. I got one more try.
Say something. This is not good podcasting.
I didn't say anything. I got one more handoff to try to get you to respond. But yes, yeah, Raquel came back. Clunky finish, man. Clunky.
That was really bad. That was really bad. No,
it was just clunky. Like my biggest issue is it made Rhea look like an idiot. Like pin Liv and then go beat up Dom. Not have the match won, completely forget about it. Dom's not going anywhere. He's literally hanging from the shark cage. Like, that's damn right. And it won't be the last. And, like, it just made her look dumb. And I don't like when baby faces look dumb. Like, they look completely idiotic. For her to go over there, try to attack Dominic, only to get attacked by Raquel, who the ref completely saw. And it was forced to, like, I had to call the DQ because I saw you. And, like, Raquel still putting Liv over her, but even though it was
that was just
it was clunky. It was clunky.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to see Raquel back, so that's a plus.
No, I'm really, really happy to see her. I mean, you know, she's had the health issues, and it's taken a lot of time, you know, from her in the ring. And I mean, like you said, we're kind of done seeing the terrorist wins versus the Judgment Day. It really took it seemed like they had everything perfect when it comes to booking Rhea versus Liv and the matches that we got out of that. But as far as the men's side of things, it just, I don't know, it left a lot more to be desired. So, I'm hoping that this is kind of a clean break for Rhea and Damian. Rhea needs somebody to, you know, Rhea needs somebody like a Raquel Rodriguez to, you know, just be that foil, especially, you know, now we're going to be looking ahead towards the Rumble, and Mommy's wanting that championship back. She's probably not going to get another shot at it anytime soon. So she's almost going to have to look ahead to, all right, I got to try to win the Rumble, and Raquel's probably going to stand in my way getting there.
Oh, man, we got 8 weeks till Survivor Series, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't, like, there's still really not a clear-cut women's War Games match, though.
I don't think we're going to get one, dude.
I hope so. That'd be bullshit.
I mean, they got 8 weeks to build something, so maybe this is the start of it with Liv recruiting Raquel. Maybe this is the start of something. I don't know. Maybe they put whatever the hell that group's called with them.
Pure Fusion Collective.
There you go. Them and, you know, maybe we get Damage Control back together or something along the lines of that. I don't see one now, but again, they have 8 weeks to build something. So we'll see what happens. We also have that Saudi show in between, but I really don't think that's going to lead to anything.
Yeah, that's just kind of a glorified exhibition. Yeah.
I mean, basically.
Yeah. Main event time. Sol Sikoa, Jacob Fatu taking on the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in a tag team match. This is the OTC's first match since the loss at WrestleMania. Has not missed a step. Great storytelling here. You know, this was, you know, again, based on that face-to-face that they had at Georgia Tech. I mean, you knew that they're kind of going to be their heads are going to be on a swivel and just kind of, you know, can I really trust you sort of thing. And they played it to perfection. I mean, there was no reason for these guys to act like best friends going into this match, which, you know, seems like something a previous regime would have done.
Can they coexist? A story as old as time. Yeah, match was fine. It's good. Roman is getting the reaction that old VKM always wanted him to get, and he's not even around to see it. Good. Yeah, I mean, Roman looked great. It was kind of weird to see Cody play second fiddle, but Roman gets the win. We got to talk about everything else, though. Jimmy's back.
Yep.
They walk away. The Bloodline attacks Cody again. And Jimmy goes, hey, we got to go back. And Kyle pointed this out on the mixer. Was Kyle? Might have been Kyle. Kyle or Tuck pointed this out on the mixer saying this was like Jimmy was like, hey, we got to go back. And it was like the first time Roman listened to Jimmy. So you're kind of seeing that evolution of the tribal chief. Like, okay,
good point.
Let me listen. And they went back. They cleared the ring. We got the moment with Cody and Roman where I still want that title. And then the final boss came back. My goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness. That pop is undeniable.
Yeah, I mean, it expertly told. Once again, we don't necessarily know who he was targeting. I mean, he made the hand gesture and kind of alluded that there's some things that are going to be in play here. But Final Boss is back on WWE programming. What the motivations are remain to be seen. I would hope that there is at least one face-to-face with Rock and Roman before Survivor Series. We don't. I've been saying Bloodline Civil War games all year long, so I really, really want this. So, give it to me.
I mean, just the whole main event. When you take like everything together, right? Like literally everything. You got Cody, you got Roman, you got the new Bloodline, you got Jimmy coming back, you got Jay in the skybox watching all of it.
Yeah.
All right. Jay was there watching all of it unfold. The Rock comes back. And then you have the stuff that happened after the match with Kevin Owens and Cody. It's just like everything is just it's crazy. Yeah. Like it is
off camera heel turn.
Well, and then like WWE not putting anything out, right? They didn't put an official WWE like exclusive footage or anything. Like didn't do that. Triple H saying, "Hey, we will handle it internally," which makes it feel a little bit more real, right? I mean,
yeah.
In as best you can at this point, making it feel like, Kevin messed up kind of thing, right?
These are the little nuances that wrestling storytelling can benefit from, is using social media, using the fact that everybody has a camera phone on them at all times, more or less, especially people that are excited to see wrestlers after the show and things like that. There are real opportunities to add to that. That footage is going to make its way to television tonight and Friday.
And it gives Cody the breakaway from the bloodline.
Yeah.
Right? Like it seems like, okay, they're going to go with Kevin and Cody again. Or
in a meaningful feud because he doesn't have those.
Yeah. And eventually Randy Orton's going to turn. That's happening. Yeah. Like it's going to happen. So, yeah, Roman's going to sit there and deal with The Rock. Solo, there was fan video of Solo whispering to Jacob Fatu, "Hey, this is all part of the plan." What does that mean? Like everything right now is like, I don't know what's going to happen next, and I haven't felt that way about wrestling in a long time, especially WWE wrestling. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Survivor Series, and we got 8 weeks, but we all, like I said, we got the Saudi show, we got Survivor Series. There's no PLE in December, but they're doing Saturday night's main event, so that could be something. And then you have the Netflix launch, and then it's Rumble. Like there is so much going on with WWE right now that it's going to be like these next couple of months. I think are going to be insane, and I think the Rumble. I am so excited for this goddamn Rumble. Like
I know.
Think of all the names that could be in this, and it's just going to like. There could be a moment.
His name.
That's what I'm saying. There could be a moment where we see The Rock and Joe Hendry face off. Like, but that's the far end of the spectrum. Punk, Rollins, Roman, Owens, Orton, Fatu, The Rock, Joe Hendry, John Cena might show up. I mean, it's going to be
maybe a Ricky Starks, maybe some machine guns, maybe a Lucha Brother or two.
This thing's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. AJ Styles is back. We didn't talk about that. AJ Styles is back.
But didn't he get hurt?
He did, but, AJ Styles is back.
I know, but I wasn't aware if it was a super serious injury or not. I don't.
Jackie Redmond reported that it was an ankle sprain. Take it for what it is.
No, all right. Okay.
Take that for whatever that means.
I only saw the crutches. I was busy this weekend, all right?
I know, but it's just, it's AJ Styles. He might be good at selling.
Also, yes. Yeah. No, like I said, I only saw a picture of him on crutches. I didn't know if it was a legitimate injury or not. That merited discussion on our podcast as we continue our weekly discourse.
But just the amount of things going on in WWE, I think is crazy. You got Raw tonight. You got a couple big matches on Raw tonight. You got Jay defending against Xavier Woods.
Yep.
Which I don't think Jay will lose, but I'm not going to say never because of what happened last week.
Yeah.
Or the week before, 2 weeks ago.
What's he going to snap if he loses, though?
Yes, he is, and I'm here for that. You have the Belfast Brawl with Sheamus and Pete Dunne, which I think is going to be great, whatever. And, I mean, the world title is getting defended. So Gunther and Sammy are going to have a great match.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I'm pumped.
It's a good night.
And it's 2 hours.
Now that's even better. Let's see how cohesive the shows become losing that third hour. I'm sure that, there are a lot of people breathing easier that they're kind of getting this break from the 3 hour, the usual 3 hour format. So we'll see what they do to allocate the time.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not like it's been bad. Like the 3 hour Raws haven't been bad.
No, I know, but at the same time, it is losing, again, that's an additional hour of an opportunity to showcase as many people on the roster as you can. That when used properly has had benefit to people, especially during the Triple H era. So it'll be interesting to see how how it feels to go back to something that hasn't been done since the Vince McMahon era.
And then we got freaking NXT in St. Louis.
Yep. Javon Evans, Randy Orton. To think it all started because Jay Malachi won the Action Futures tournament.
It's crazy, dude. Wrestling's crazy right now.
It's a good time.
It's great.
Any final thoughts?
Be nice. Have fun. Like I said, wrestling's a lot of fun. We just saw a really, really fun card. TV's been great as of late. AEW's been very good lately. Moxley and Danielson is going to be great. MVP is recruiting an ultimate stable that I think is going to be fantastic. I mean, I don't think we talked about Shelton Benjamin coming back either. Like, it's going to be like Shelton Benjamin debuted on AEW, and that was really cool because anytime you get to see Shelton Benjamin in a meaningful role on television, he's going to knock it out of the park. I'm excited to see that group and how that forms because it looks like Lashley's going over. You're going to have a group with MVP, Lashley's, maybe Mercedes, Shelton, and Swerve. I mean, that could be could be great.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Wrestling's fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good time to be a fan. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Make sure you're following us at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Troops, magic number.
1, 1, 1, 1, or 2. Just tell. How about you tell 2?
More,
Tell 2 because that's the number of kids that I have. So just tell 2. How about that?
Yeah.
Go tell some twins.
Yeah, but again, that's going to do it for us tonight. We will be back tomorrow to recap Monday Night Raw, preview NXT for Heath Slater because he's got kids. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and I hear him calling. Say their name, and they appear. This has been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.